So do you also use Zoho Forms to receive any kind of form submissions for your business? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create GoToTraining Registrant on Zoho Form submission. So here I am hosting online training in my GoToTraining account and I am using Zoho Forms for the registrations. So now here my objective is that whenever I am going to receive a new form submission, then automatically using the details, a new registrant should be created in my GoToTraining account. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Zoho Forms with my GoToTraining account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to automatically create GoToTraining Registrant whenever a Zoho Form submission is received. So this automation will save you time by instantly adding participants to your training sessions without manual effort. So stay tuned as I walk you through the step-by-step process. So as you all know that I use GoToTraining to conduct online training sessions and collect registration through Zoho Form. So now manually adding each registrant can be time consuming. So by automating this process, whenever someone fills out my Zoho Form, they are instantly registered for my training in GoToTraining. This saves me from the hassle of manually transferring data, reduce errors, and ensure that every participant gets immediate access to the session. With this automation, I can focus more on delivering valuable training rather than handling registrations. So here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Zoho Forms with my GoToTraining account using an automation software. And now firstly here in this video, we are going to see the working of this automation to understand the entire process more clearly. Okay, so now here to see the working of this automation, what we are going to do is that we are going to make a form submission using our Zoho Forms. And here my objective is as soon as I'm going to make a form submission over here, then automatically a new registrant should be added in my GoToTraining as a new registrant under that specific training. Okay, so now here we are going to make a form submission. So here you can see the pre-filled details such as first name, last name, phone number and the email. And now I'm going to click on this submit. And here you can see it says, thank you, your response has been submitted. So now let's go and check our GoToTraining account. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new registrant over here with the name dummy user and the email as dummy@pabblytudes.com. So with this, we have successfully seen the working of this automation. Now here in this video, we are going to learn step-by-step setup of this automation by simply connecting our Zoho Forms with our GoToTraining account using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software and it connects all your favorite apps and makes them work together seamlessly. You can set it up to do things automatically like updating customer info across platforms or sending notifications when something important happens. It's really easy to use and saves you tons of time that you can spend on more important stuff. So here on my screen you can see Pabbly Connect's homepage and you can visit it by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect/in in your browsers. And here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and here to build my connection I need to create a workflow first. So for that here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create GoToTraining Registrant on Zoho Form submission. And now here after giving a name to my workflow it is asking me to select the folder. So here in the left side corner of this dashboard you can see a folders section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So here in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you have to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And by clicking on this, it will take you to a forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. So now moving back to my Pabbly's dashboard and here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this, that means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Zoho Forms, as I'm receiving new form submission through Zoho Forms. So Zoho Forms is an online tool that lets you create custom forms for collecting information such as feedback, registrations, or orders. So here in my Zoho Forms trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new form submitted, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through our Zoho Forms, then automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Okay, so now here after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So I'm following the instructions given below. Firstly, here I'm going to copy this webhook URL. And here I've already logged in my Zoho Forms account. So this is my Zoho Forms account, and here under my forms you can see all the forms that I've created using Zoho Forms till now. So here in this particular case, I'm going to use a form which I've created with the name Mastering Digital Marketing. So here I'm going to click on this edit. And from here I'm going to click on this integrations given on the top. And here under integrations, I'm going to select my type of integration, that is webhooks, from the left side bar. And here under webhook configuration, you can see an existing webhook URL. So here in this webhook URL field, I'm going to remove this previously existing webhook URL, and then I'm going to add a new webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. So this is my webhook URL, and here for the content type, I'm going to select application JSON and the authorization type as general. So now I'm going to scroll a little down. Here you can see the payload parameters. So basically here you need to select your form fields to get the response on this webhook URL, and now here after adding the payload parameters, you have to click on the save given over here. And with this, we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Zoho Forms, or you can say we have successfully connected our Zoho Forms with Pabbly Connect. So now here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. That means here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to generate a test response in our Zoho Forms. So for that, let me take you back to my form. Here I'm going to enter some dummy data, where I'm going to enter the first name as test, last name as user, a random phone number, and email as test@pabblytudes.com. And then I'm going to click on the submit, and here you can see it says thank you, your response has been submitted. That means we have successfully made a form submission over here. So now let's go and check our Pabbly's workflow. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the phone number, last name, first name, and the email address. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received a new form submission through our Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, I want to create a new registrant in my GoToTraining account. So for that, I need to connect my GoToTraining with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here I'm going to select my action application as GoToTraining. So GoToTraining is an online platform for hosting interactive training sessions and workshops. So here in my GoToTraining action step, I'm going to select my action event as create registrant, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, a new registrant is going to be created in our GoToTraining account under that specific training. Okay, so now here to connect my GoToTraining with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your GoToTraining account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with GoToTraining. And authorization successful. So here we easily got connected because here I was already logged in my GoToTraining account. So to build an easy connection, make sure you're already logged in your GoToTraining account. Okay, so now moving forward, and then here it is asking me to select the training under which I want to create a new registrant. So here only I have a single training, that is Mastering Digital Marketing. So I'm going to select that training only. Moving forward, and then here it is asking me for the email, first name, and the last name. So now here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step. Mapping makes our text dynamic, so that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the email, I'm going to map my registrant's email address. Here I'm going to map the first name, And lastly, here I'm going to map the last name. And now after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created a new registrant in our GoToTraining account for the new form submission received through our Zoho Forms. So now let's go and check it. Here I'm going to refresh it. And here you can see we have successfully created a new registrant in our GoToTraining account under that specific training with the name test user. Here you can see the email address as test@pabblytudes.com. So with this, we have successfully set up our entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken our trigger as Zoho Forms and our action as GoToTraining. So that whenever we are going to receive new form submission through Zoho Forms, then automatically using the details, a new registrant is going to be created in our GoToTraining account under that specific training. Okay, so these were the steps to how to create GoToTraining registrant on Zoho Form submission. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. So now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com, and if you have any query, then you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, then you can simply visit our website, that is www.pabbly.com. So now if you liked our video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.